Hey there guys, thank you so much for clicking on this video. I appreciate you being here as we talk some movie news on the channel. So in this episode of Review Flicks, we're going to be diving into some DC news. Actress Karen Gillan, during an interview, reveals ideal Poison Ivy storyline and expresses her continued interest in joining the DCEU. So guys, if you are new around here, consider hitting that subscribe button so you can stay up to date with all the movie and streaming news we have going on this channel. And with that down, we're going to dive into this article here from comicflicknews.com. So, for years, fans of DC Comics have railed behind the idea of Karen Gillan taking on the role of the iconic supervillain Poison Ivy. Gillan herself has expressed openness to the idea, sparking ongoing speculation about her potential involvement in the DC universe. Despite not yet being officially cast in any DCU projects, Gillan's collaboration with James Gunn in Guardians of the Galaxy adds fuel to the anticipation of her joining the superhero franchise. So yeah guys, I do have a rather bad cold today, so if I sound funny in this video, I do apologise, but I'm trying my best. But yeah, so Karen Gillan on playing Poison Ivy. I think a lot of fans would be super happy if tomorrow we heard that she was cast in that role. You know, she was playing Nebula in the Guardians of the Galaxy franchise and in the Avengers. She elevated the material. A lot of fans absolutely love what she did with that character. And I think people would be very happy, as I say, if we heard that she was being cast as Poison Ivy, because she's a beautiful, talented actress, and she's got great things ahead of her. And James Gunn likes to work with previous actors and actresses that he knows and that he gets on well with, which is great. So, in a recent interview with Screen Rant, Gillan reiterated her enthusiasm for portraying Poison Ivy, particularly in a storyline exploring the character's romantic entanglement with Harley Quinn. As discussions continue regarding the future DCU films, fans eagerly await news on Gillan's potential casting in this coveted role. As Gillan said when asked about which version of Poison Ivy she wanted to play, quote, "Oh, that's a good question. In a relationship with Harley Quinn sounds excellent." Yeah, so they've done that a lot in the animated series, the Harley Quinn animated series. They've covered the story arc of the romantic relationship between Poison Ivy and Harley Quinn. It's kind of toxic, but it's kind of humorous and funny at the same time, kind of sweet. And I think people and the fans would be so happy to see that play out in live action on the big screen. And I think that having Karen Gillan and all of her talents in that role as Poison Ivy, I think she can bring something amazing and great to that role in a romantic arc with Harley Quinn. But yet, we don't know who's going to be playing Harley Quinn, so that's going to be fascinating. Who would she play against? And obviously, they would have to get someone playing against Karen Gillan to make sure the chemistry is there, make sure it's right. But that romantic relationship is, a fan favorite kind of aspect of those two characters. And as I keep saying, a lot of people will be very happy to see that whole thing play out in live action in the DCU. So Karen Gillan open to play any role in the DCU, but Poison Ivy remains the ideal choice. So, quote, "I always thought that Poison Ivy was really fun." Gillan previously told Total Film about the possibility in 2023, noting she'd be up for playing another role in the DCU. Quote, "Honestly, if Gunn asked me to play an alien that sits in the background of a shot and doesn't talk, I would say yes, because working with him has been one of the great joys of my career so far." That's absolutely great to hear that she likes working with James Gunn, that she had a great experience working with him, and that goes a long way to saying what kind of director he was, and that the fact that she would just sit in the background and happily be in a shot of a movie without even having any dialogue. So she's very enthusiastic about working with James Gunn again, which is great to hear. But will he, tap into her talents once more to have her come across to the DCU to play a role? Even if it's not Poison Ivy, it'd be great to see Karen Gillan in the DCU playing a role, because her talents and everything would just be great to see on screen, and people would be so happy with that. So the DC Extended Universe is abuzz with speculations as plans for the Batman movie titled The Brave and the Bold take shape. The installment could serve as the platform for introducing the next iteration of Poison Ivy to audiences. It all depends on the kind of tone that they're going to go for with the Batman movie, because, for instance, like Robert Pattinson's Batman movie, having Poison Ivy in there, I don't know if that would work, because that Batman, Robert Pattinson Batman, is such a grounded crime noir drama kind of movie. Having Poison Ivy, a character who can summon kind of man-eaten plants, would that work in that type of movie, in that type of grounded universe? I'm not sure it would. But then again, in The Brave and the Bold, in the upcoming DC universe, it all depends on the type of tone, the type of grounding that they're going to have for that Batman universe, as to which villain is going to work in the movie. So we'll have to wait and see. But Poison Ivy, yeah, she is kind of goofy. She summons, plants that eat people and stuff. So it is kind of goofy on the surface, but it's really fun at the same time. So, however, director James Gunn has remained tight-lipped about his intentions for the character. The same uncertainty surrounds the fate of Harley Quinn. Yeah, that's another massive, thing that fans are anticipating for this upcoming DCU. Who is going to play Harley Quinn? We know that Margot Robbie probably won't be reprising her role coming across from the DC Extended Universe. So whoever they get to play Harley Quinn, especially if she's going to be playing off the Poison Ivy character, if that story arc romance does happen, the chemistry is going to have to be perfect, on point, to make that romance work on the, in live action. So Poison Ivy's romantic partner, with no confirmation yet on whether Margot Robbie will reprise her role or if a new actor will step into the DCU version. I think that in the direction they've gone so far, I think it's more than likely that Harley Quinn will be recast. I'm not disappointed with that. Margot Robbie, she's had a great, fantastic run. She's elevated that character of Harley Quinn into the public consciousness. She's made her more relevant and popular than ever before. And I think that Margot Robbie has probably done all she can do with the character at this point. And I think it'd be great to pass the baton to a new, fresh actress who can maybe bring a fresh, unique perspective to the Harley Quinn character on screen. So we have a great picture here of Harley Quinn. I love all the different comic book iterations of Harley Quinn. Some of them, they're so different but so similar. And, the artists, they just do such a great job with these characters. But I love this costume here. She looks great. I would love to see this in live action. This kind of court jester mixed with kind of Deadpool almost kind of costume. And it looks really, really awesome. So in the meantime, Gunn is gearing up for the highly anticipated launch of the DCU later in 2024. Starting with the animated series Creature Commandos. I can't wait for that. That's going to be so crazy and bonkers. Set to stream on Max. This series marks the inaugural title within the DCU continuity. Additionally, Gunn is currently in production with his first movie of the DCU lineup, Superman, which is scheduled to hit theaters on July 11th, 2025. Yeah, it was called Superman Legacy, but now it's just called Superman, which is kind of cool. But yeah, so that's kind of where we are, guys. So there's not much to go on here. She didn't confirm that she was playing Poison Ivy, and there's no kind of confirmation that she's even coming across to the DCU. But during an interview, she said that she would like to, be in the DCU. She would like to work with James Gunn once more, and she would like to do the romantic angle of Poison Ivy and Harley Quinn, which I think would be really, really fun. And people would love Karen Gillan in this role. She's a fantastic actress. She brings all the talent in the world and it elevates the material on screen, so you can't go wrong. But guys, jump into the comment section. Let me know what you think about this. Would you be up for Karen Gillan playing the role of Poison Ivy in the upcoming DCU with James Gunn? Let me know what you think about that. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you soon.